Each year, HOK organizes an internal competition among the offices to showcase BIM in various categories, the BIMmie Awards. Each of the shortlisted teams was tasked to produce a short presentation of the project. But let me zoom out, I'd rather do a more interactive presentation. That's better. In this occasion, I am here to present the work that the London office has done for Gatwick Airport, competing this year for the delivery category. Alright then, let me start. Hello ladies and gentlemen, prestigious members of the external jury. My name is William Lopez Campo and I'd like to present for your evaluation the work HOK has done and is currently doing on Gatwick Airport, in particular all things related to the delivery of the project, category in which this project is competing in this year's BIMmie Awards. In case the airport needs further introduction, let me set the scene in southeast England. If you imagine the River Thames and the City of London, Gatwick Airport is located approximately here, right south of the city, and is one of 5 airports serving the Greater London area. Last year only, it processed around 35 million passengers and is targeting 40 million for 2018 and up to 45 million around 2025. Gatwick is the busiest single runway airport in the world, second largest in UK and I think about 8th largest in Europe. Shortly after a change of ownership, HOK was appointed just over a year ago as the master architect for the airport, and this has given us the opportunity to have a saying in several aspects of the design of the airport. We had since the opportunity to comment on wayfinding strategy, the check-in counters, where one day we discovered a quick sketch of desks and pedestals options had been converted to a full-scale mock on site. That's when we realized that even our early ideas were taken on board and were considered to be implemented. So we had the opportunity to work on various disciplines, combining technical requirements and interiors look and feel design for wider ideas on entire areas, ranging from check-in zones through the entire passenger journey through the departure concourse and all the way to the gates and piers and waiting areas, and of course the arrival areas, with their retail offers or the baggage reclaim zones that would welcome the passengers to the city. The various scales we worked on included proposals to reshape entire building, like this new gate fit to receive the massive A380 aircraft, and we also experimented in some interesting parametric form finding, hoping to give the airport a modern look and prepare it to grow to its longer-term aspirations. Basically, our scope of work has been the entire airport estate and all of the existing infrastructure and ongoing and future works for the next decade. So these are the projects we've been working on for Gatwick, and in few words, our brief is to assist them to become the best airport in London and to hold their hand in a process of transforming an airport that has evolved through decades and needs a clear vision to unify the way forward. As the airport investment plan is highly regulated, another thing we've produced for the client is an interactive presentation of current and future projects that is enhanced by further information derived from visuals, cost estimates, and project execution time in an interactive tool. But what's really interesting for the BIMmie category of delivery is that the client has commissioned the creation of an original system to drive the delivery of future projects of the airport called Planning Information Model, and generally referred to as PIM, which happens to put in jeopardy the cute fluffy kittens, as the acronym BIM does, because we all know what would happen if I say PIM model. The premise of this innovation is that the previous system used by the airport to evaluate, procure and manage all development projects is based on flat 2D drawing, despite a growth in the architecture and construction industry towards coordinated 3D deliverables. So, what's the idea behind the PIM? It's a series of modular components that can be isolated when a new project is awarded to a design company. The design company will be then able to work on it, add detail and decisions on the project to a BIM deliverable that will be brought back to the PIM and will be immediately accessible to any interested party. As we are talking about delivery, it's worth mentioning that as part of this task, we have delivered over 130 Revit models and their respective Navisworks simplified models for the various buildings of the portfolio of the airport. The short-term aspiration of the PIM is to progressively incorporate various aspects of the procurement of the project, not only in the design aspect, but also in the phasing, measurement or costing of the project. As a mid-term aspiration, the PIM will enable to explore the benefits of its rich information during maintenance and operations of the airport. The long-term aspiration is to reach a full 360 process, where the information produced during design is seamlessly translated to construction and then to facility management and operation, which will provide the required information to plan ahead and inform the requirements of the next design iteration, considering the airport is in constant change and has high aspirational targets. This approach to the building lifetime development has been also referred to as VDCO, that stands for Virtual Design, Construction and Operation. Either PIM or VDCO help describe the relationship of the models to the work of various parties through the lifetime of the project, and is a great approach the client is taking to step up in their holistic asset management. Now, to achieve this goal, we were commissioned by the development of a BIM standard that will progressively be incorporated to design contracts for future projects in the airport. It's based on HOK's best practice and standards, but also incorporates British Collaboration Regulation BS 1192 and the AEC UK standard currently under development, making it a state-of-the-art document on the matter. We are currently receiving feedback from our peers in the framework as it's being rolled out, and we are about to commence a new phase of the implementation by defining the BIM deliverables level of development matrix in line with the client's Six Sigma tollgate system. Wrapping up, the reasons why the jury should award the BIMmie prize for delivery to our Gatwick project is because of 1. The variety of scale, discipline, level of detail, scope and format we have delivered. 2. The fact that the client is committed to developing BIM and we have been a changing factor in this process. 3. The development and delivery of the PIM model, the PIM and the standards for the project. 4. The outreach of this and how the project has been a catalyst for collaboration within our teams and how it has been educational for the client body at several levels and how it has been publicized locally and internationally as an exemplar way to deliver a £2 billion project. I'd like to conclude by listing the key individuals in the client body who have trusted us to deliver their vision, the people that are instrumenting and implementing it, and the long list of team members that made it possible. I am conscious of the limited time allocation, and that's all I wanted to say before I ran out of time.